So, hey everybody, it's Tenacious here with another brilliant story, and to start off by thinking, there are a lot of good people on this earth, and you know what? This is not one of them. Anyways, so basically, I have a friend, and well, he's a guy. Hopefully, he is. I would hope he was. So basically, all right, my friend likes this girl, and well, I never thought she really liked him, but I was like, hey, you know what, bro? I'm gonna support you. You can like her. I'm not saying that hey you're gonna date her, and I never said that. I just said you go, you do you. How this all started out is he started liking her. She was just in our math class, and you know it was normal. Then after knowing this girl for what like half the year, he started talking to her like a couple weeks before the end of the first semester, and so he was talking to her, and then one day she invited him to do pot brownies. Yeah, pot brownies. The greatest invention of 2014. I don't know. He's like, hey, bro, I just got invited to do pot brownies. And I was like, well, say no, obviously. He's like, Julia just texting me, bro. And she's like, dude, you want to hang out and get some pot brownies? Stupid, jeez. You know, pot brownies, it's a lot better than smoking, but I would honestly never do drugs. And so he's just like, hey, you know, I'm thinking of doing this just because basically she invited him. If it weren't for her, he wouldn't be doing it. But I was like, I will literally break your nose if you do that. And he's like, well, no, you won't. And I was like, okay, try me. Anyways, he tried convincing me how pot isn't that bad for you, especially in brownie form. And I was like, you're an idiot. And he's like, okay, I won't do it. I'm like, all right, text her, tell her you won't. He's like, I can't do that. Ugh, you are one sad human being. So he keeps talking about it and talking about it, and he like a couple days go by and he's still talking about whether he should or not. I was just kind of ignoring him at this point. And anyways, the day comes and basically he just ends up not doing it. He's like, okay, I guess I won't. I was like, yeah, thank you. And so it was a while later from then, maybe yeah, about a week. So a week later, he's like, I think I'm gonna tell her I like her. I was just like, you know what? You do you. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna wait and then get to know her real well and then tell her. And I was like, good plan. You know, that's a good plan. You make sure you know who you're actually going out with and that they're not gonna kidnap you and be your older boyfriend and take you to Mexico. He's like, yeah, she's pretty chill. And I was like, okay, how long have you gotten to know her? Like, texted her. You texted her? Good job. Anyways, he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wait. And I was like, okay, I don't care. And he keeps telling me this though, and every day, like for the next 3 days, he's telling me. Guess what happens day 4? He tells her that he likes her. God. And guess what happens? Uh, I don't know. We're gonna give this guy a name. His name is Daddy. So Daddy's like, hey, I like you. And then basically what ends up happening is this girl is like, I don't like you. And then he's like, oh, okay. You know, usually that would be the end of the charade. You know, you tell her you like her. She doesn't like you. And you're like, okay, wow. Didn't work out. Better move on. That's the logical thing to do. But no. So my friend, he he says he's still friends with this girl, and I was like, okay, and that was in the morning. That was like right as I woke up. He was like, yeah, we're still friends. We texted, blah blah blah, and I was like, cool. And so we get to lunch the next day. He's not sitting with us. He was sitting over with his friends. I was just like, why? Like, so basically, this girl, she has this group of friends, and he has to hang out with this group of friends. So that way it'll look like he's not just being there for her. And he's just sitting over here, and I was just talking to my friend Frank. Yeah, from the last video, his name's still Frank, and I was like, Frank, dude, look at that. What a scrub. And so I was just kind of like, me and this girl, we're kind of chill, not like friends. We're like cool acquaintances. I was just like, hey, like waved to her, just like looked up, and I was like, you guys like You guys good?" Just kind of pointing at them like okay symbol, you know, you good? And she's just like looking me dead in the eyes, shook her head. No. Daddy looks up at her just like, "What?" And she's like looks down at him, "Oh, nothing, nothing." And then he goes back to his phone. Mind you, he just told her he liked her. And now he's sitting at her table, not talking. He's sitting there hunched over on his phone. Like, what the heck? And so I was just like, I continue motioning like, you guys bad, or is everything really bad? And she just like shook her head again, and like a lot of thumbs down. I was like, oh boy, Daddy messed up. So me and my friend Frank, we walk over and we're like, hey, Daddy, come here, we need to talk. And he was like, oh, okay. And so he comes over, and I was just like, kind of making a little cover, like, hey, did you hear about that video game? And then I just got real quiet, and I was like, do you know what's going on? Yeah. So I thought things were gonna be pretty awkward, but actually they're not. I've got the whole situation under control. Wow, what an idiot! My friend Daddy, he's not too well at reading people or situations, clearly. And I was just like, yeah, no, it's not. He's like, how? I'm like, you just told her that you're on your phone. What are you doing with your life, basically? And he was just like, oh, well, like, being all defensive and, like, saying it's okay. And I was like, just leave. He's like, no, I got this whole plan. I'm gonna get her back. And I was like, I don't want to hear it. He was like, okay. Not even over. The story's not even over yet. Like, Jesus, this should be done. Okay, she rejected you. It's super awkward. Now you still got a plan. You think, oh, deep down behind those words of I don't like you, there is some love for me. No, there isn't. What are you what are you doing with your life? Even later, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't care. I'm Alzheimer's. It's been tough. And so he's saying to my friend what's this guy's name? Jake. And Daddy says to Jake, he's like, "Hey, you know, we're starting up this band, and yeah, you wanna check out this song and it's like see if it'd be good for the band." And well, you see, the only thing about this band that he didn't explain was, guess who was in the band? Julia. Yeah, that's right. And so little lovebird Julia, oh so in love with him. No, oh God, no. He's like, hey, check out this song, and Jake was like, well, oh, might as well check out the song. It was like a intense love song, and then he's like, yeah, I found out like what songs she likes, and now I'm gonna give her this song, and it's gonna be cool. And Jake just kind of stood there staring at him like, you're getting a little creepy here. So then Jake comes and talks to me. He tells me all that. And he's like, yeah, he's becoming kind of a stalker. And I was like, oh boy, time to have the old talk. Daddy, you need to stop. Stop what? God, there's nothing going on. Jeez. Really? Cause you're lying. That's not it at all. And so we talked to him, and we're like, hey, you should not. And he's like, well, okay. And so that was about a month ago. A month later, he's still sitting with the potheads. And yeah. Also, something new that just came up is Julia is mad at Daddy because he wasn't supposed to tell us that they were all kind of potheads. And then Daddy is mad at me and Jake because we keep calling them all potheads because they are. This all comes around to being Daddy's fault. It's like, maybe you shouldn't have told us they were potheads, or that you got invited to do pot brownies, or that you're stalking a girl because she doesn't like you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was very heartfelt, full of lot of weird names as well as situations. But check out my previous videos; they're pretty funny. I'm trying to start this channel off with all the good, good stuff. The good stuff, yeah. And yeah, like, subscribe. I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos very frequently. And yeah, peace.